You're going to want to see this video all the way to the end because we're going to go ahead and mod my Milwaukee Packout system in ways that you're going to want to see and probably do for yourself. The Milwaukee Packout system is bar none the best modular toolbox system that money can buy. But it can start getting a little boring as it doesn't fit in every situation. One of those situations is as a mobile mechanic, or you may want it in the garage to house your tools as you work on your own car, or perhaps you're a professional and you want to work on cars professionally where the Milwaukee Packout system just doesn't fit right because it's missing something.
One of the challenges that I face is that it doesn't have any metal where I can put magnetic add-ons to it because it's based off plastic. Now I have a cool stack here. I have the little cart on the bottom, so I have wheels, I have drawers, and then I have the hutch up on top. Now I do want to add this funnel holder from Lyle. This is the magnetic funnel holder, part number 50240. Lyle sent me this as a gift because I won it in a prize that they did on Instagram. So make sure to keep out an eye for them. They do prizes on Instagram. Who knew? Somebody threw my name in there and I won it. So I've decided to make a video about how I want to add this to my mobile mechanic cart.
I almost forgot to tell you what you needed in order to do these hacks. You'll need a glue gun, a flathead screwdriver set, and a Phillips number 2, the $19 Lyle 50240 magnetic funnel holder, the $25 Packout roll holder, the $8 Packout small curved utility hook, the $8 Packout organizer cup, 2 washers with the dimensions shown, and 4 of the Jacoball double-decker foot brackets. And an Allen wrench set! Links to every item in the video description.
One of the things you'll notice right away about the Lyle funnel holder is that it has 2 very powerful magnets that are meant to hold on to a metal toolbox. I did notice though that when I was just touching about, it wanted to grab on different sections of these drawers because I have metal tools. The magnets are so powerful, it almost grabs by itself. So that gave me the idea to do what's next.
So I decided to go ahead and hot glue some metal washers to the side of the hutch to see if I could use the magnet of the funnel holder since they were so powerful. I won't take you too long through this thinking process because it was a failed experiment. The funnel holder would slip off the hutch as soon as too much weight was applied and it just didn't work well. So let me show you what I did and it ended up working perfectly. I know some of you are going to be concerned that I may have ruined my Milwaukee hutch by hot gluing those washers on the inside of it. Don't worry at all. They actually pry off quite easily and leave no mark behind that they were ever placed there. That's one of the reasons why I chose this method to do some of the testing. The new plan is to go ahead and place these washers on the outside of the hutch. So we're going to go ahead and align them with the magnets on the funnel holder, and then we're going to go ahead and place some hot glue on the washers and stick it on the hutch. Let's use this hot glue gun that I purchased on Amazon. I'll put a link on the bio. It uses my Makita batteries, so I don't have to plug it in and wait for it to get hot. Here's how I'm going to apply it. I'm going to apply it right around the washer, and then I'm going to stick it on that hutch. Once it's on the magnetic holder, you stick it on the hutch, wait for it to dry, and then you could pull the magnetic funnel holder right off of it. Once you do that, you'll be left with those 2 washers right on your hutch or whichever Milwaukee product you want to do this to. And there you go. Now the funnel holder is strong and it won't slip off or fall off with the weight of the funnels. I have been using this hack for months and I'm happy to tell you that it has been working perfectly. The magnets don't slip off from the weight of the funnels and the glue hasn't unstuck from the hutch. For our next spectacular hack on the Milwaukee Packout system, we need to go ahead and head over to my friend's webpage. That's shop.jacoball.com. Jacoball is a YouTuber that has been creating 3D printed accessories for the Milwaukee Packout system for some time now, as well as other modular box systems. But right now we're interested in the unit that he creates known as the double-decker foot bracket. Now this is for use with the Milwaukee toolbox rails and it only costs $11. I'm showing an image here so you know what to get because this is the one I'm purchasing for this next hack. I'm going to show you how to remove the aluminum rail from the Milwaukee modular toolbox that has the drawers. It's a bit different than any other modular toolbox in the Milwaukee Packout system. you have to come in from the bottom with a number 2 Phillips, if I remember correctly, and it must be thin and long to go all the way up in there. And it isn't easy to catch, by the way, and some of these are harder to take off than others. So take your time and have some patience. As you can see, I'm using a thin technical screwdriver from Harbor Freight just because it was the one I had on hand. And I'm turning the screw from the bottom counterclockwise until it comes out. Now we need to remove the screw guide or plastic holder. I'm not sure what you would call this, but it's that insert that holds the screw in place. So we need to pull that out. And once that's out, we need to put it on the side. Oops, I dropped it. Now we move to the top portion of the same rail, where it's held together by plastic pieces using compression. So there's this like small plastic bulge that just keeps it in place because there's a notch in the aluminum. It's kind of tough to describe. What's needed here is, first of all, a lot of patience, because you're going to do a lot of prying from the top, from the bottom, from the sides, from the insert. As you notice, there's a hole up there that you have to push in with a screwdriver, and there has been no perfect way for me to tell you, do these 3 things and you'll be able to pull down on that aluminum rail. It just takes a lot of prying. Be careful though, you don't want to overbend that plastic where you cause those white creases or even crack the plastic. So make sure it's a warm day and the plastic won't be put under too much pressure. And you just got to keep prying. That's what I'm doing here. And then I start getting some success. As you could see, the top portion, the black portion of the plastic, starts giving way, and I'm able to get some rise out of it as I'm able to pull down on that aluminum rail. And here we go. Here's the moment of triumph, guys. I finally get it out of there. Not an easy thing to do. And yes, you're going to put a couple scratches on your toolbox, but hey, it's a toolbox. It's going to get some scratches. If there's a better way that you know of, please leave it in the comments. I'm happy to learn from you, but it's the only way I know how to do it. Now that we've taken that rail off, we can go ahead with our hack and insert the piece that we got from Jake of All. As we work from the rear of the Milwaukee Packout drawer system, I'm adding 2 of the double-decker foot brackets from Jake of All. Now they call them double-decker because you can place something on each side of them, either with a stealth mount or with the Milwaukee proper mount. I'm going to go ahead and add the Milwaukee Packout roll holder in the back of my drawer system, since this is going to be for working on cars. Let me give you a better angle on how to insert the rail back onto the Milwaukee drawer toolbox. You're going to go ahead and make sure that you have installed the double-decker foot brackets from Jake of All first, and then you're going to slide it down the first hole or ring on that toolbox, and then you're going to start going upward with it, and it's going to take a little bit of force. Now that aluminum rail has a notch on the top of it, which holds a plastic piece with a divot or a bulge, whatever you want to call it. It's what actually holds the top of the drawer system with compression. And as you could see, it wasn't simple to get out. It's not simple to get back in. It's going to take a bit of force here. Now we need to go ahead and reinstall the screw guide or that rail insert. Again, I don't know what the name of it is, but it's that red thing that goes in the bottom. We're going to go ahead and push that back into the rail, couple slams, and there it is. Nice and easy. Next is to go ahead and reinstall the screw to tighten it all down. We're going to use the same screwdriver and get this nice and cinched down. At this point, you want to go ahead and install the Milwaukee Packout roll holder on the double-decker foot brackets and get the proper measurements so that it's right where you want it to be. You're going to take a Milwaukee marker or your favorite marker, it doesn't have to be Milwaukee, and draw a line along the rail so that you know where you want the bracket to end up. Remove the Packout roll holder so that we can adjust and place the double-decker foot brackets on the lines that you drew. Then you're going to go ahead and take an Allen wrench. Either it came with an Allen wrench, or you'll have to get the appropriate size Allen wrench that fits the Allen screw that's inside the double-decker foot bracket, and go ahead and screw down until tight. Remember to keep the bracket in between the lines that you drew for proper placement. Now it's time for the fun part. We're going to go ahead and install the Milwaukee Packout roll holder on the double-decker foot brackets that we purchased from our friend Jake of All on his website. And they just slip right in, and you may get a click or you won't. You will feel that it gets tight, but there's something I want to talk to you about here. The locking mechanism on the Packout gear, it's designed for you to turn the knob towards the locking icon, if you will, or the stamped lock on there. When you turn that knob on most of the Milwaukee Packout stuff, it locks in and you can't get it off. With these double brackets, I found out that if you push too hard or you work that too hard, you end up breaking the knob, just like I did right here. And you don't want to do that. These things are expensive. By the way, this is the Milwaukee Packout small curved utility hook that I popped on one of those brackets, and I overturned to try to lock it because I thought I was doing something wrong, and I ended up breaking the knob. Don't worry if you do that. It doesn't break anything. It'll work perfectly fine. It has been working great for me this whole time. And all that's left is for you to go ahead and repeat the process and add the Packout organizer item that you want to each of the brackets. As you can see here, I have one for my impact, one for my safety gear, glasses, gloves, and so on. If you have a sharp eye, you may have noticed some of the other hacks that I have there for my pry bars and wrenches. You'll find videos for those in my Milwaukee Packout video playlist or in my video library. Here you can see the roll holder and again another cup in the back of my Milwaukee hutch. Perfect for when I'm working on cars. Here you see the funnel holder holding funnels, and I've been rocking this for months. I really hope this helps somebody out there. That's why I do this stuff.